Hello students, welcome to the session. This is Sweta Roy, your English master teacher at Vedantu. Hope all of you are doing amazing. And today we are here with the second session of Bholi, which is my personal favorite, guys. And I hope most of you also love to read this chapter because this is very much relevant and pertinent in today's modern world. It has got a great contemporary relevance, right? So let us begin with the chapter Bholi by K.A. Abbas. We have already completed the summary and the analysis of the chapter, and in this session, we are going to cover the major concepts along with the important question and answers. So please be very active in the chat box. Everyone should give their answers as soon as I show you the questions. All right. So please participate completely in the session, guys. Are you guys ready? Yes? Ready to start? So let me share with you a beautiful and a very powerful quote given by a very eminent feminist writer. Okay, Mary Wollstonecraft. Now, Mary Wollstonecraft was she was a great writer, and she was also feminist, right? She spoke elaborately on the rights of women, especially her talking about the importance of education, right? So because women were not allowed to be educated, right? So she spoke eloquently, she spoke elaborately on the topic of women education and vindication of the rights of women. That was one of her famous novels, in which she, not novel actually, it's a it's about women and their rights, right? How they are deprived of their rights, right? So look at the quote, very relevant and pertinent, which I found. The quote is very relevant and pertinent in this particular chapter, for this particular chapter, because this is also talking about a social issue. There are many social issues that have been highlighted in this particular chapter. Education being a very important issue, especially girls' education, because girls had been always discriminated, and they were even deprived of their right to be educated, right? So that is what the chapter talks about, and also a lot of other issues which we will see when we will go ahead with the session, right? So the quote is, only that education deserves emphatically to be termed cultivation of the mind, which teaches young people how to begin to think. Very important. So what is the real purpose of education? It is not just collecting information and collecting degrees. It is much beyond that. If you talk about the broader aim and the broader aspect of education, it is much more than academic knowledge, guys. It should teach you how to think. Okay. So if you are an educated individual, you will know your rights. You will be knowing your you will be also knowing what to think and how to think, and which will help you in decision making, right? It will also help you to stand up for yourself, to you will also get respect, right? So these are definitely the benefits of education, and that is what we can term as the real education, right? So that is what Bholi also achieved at the end of the session, that at the end of the chapter that we have already seen, right? So Bholi's mind, Bholi's life was transformed, and the major reason behind that was definitely education and learning, right? So that is how education plays a very vital role, an important role in everybody's life, and therefore every individual needs to be educated. Every individual has the right to get quality education. With that thought in our mind, guys, let us begin with the theme of the lesson. So first theme is impact of family on children. Okay, definitely, family plays a huge role. Okay, which we have also seen in case of Bholi, how because of it was mainly because of because of her family, discouragement. The family always discouraged and never gave importance. They always, kind of sidelined Bholi because of her looks, because of her lack of intelligence. So that's why she was always underconfident, timid, right? Not able to speak up. And of course, she suffered accident, but if she would have been encouraged and motivated to get better, she would not have remained the dumb cow that she was, quote unquote, dumb cow that she was previously. and that is why she was called Bholi, right? Importance of women education, which I already spoke about at length when I started with the session, right? Unequal marriage being another major issue. You have seen how Bholi was forcefully getting married to and someone like Vishambar, who was not just old, lame, had a limp, and also had grown up children, twice her age, that means almost the age of her father, and very, very, very greedy, of course, very cunning and greedy, right? So definitely unequal marriage. Transformation of the village, yes, the village was getting transformed. New wave of education was reaching, right? Girls education was given importance. We can justify that from the fact that girls school was being inaugurated, right? Dowry is another very, very important issue, social issue that has been highlighted in this chapter. So Bholi stood up against dowry, the system of dowry, and that was how was it possible? When she realized, and what how was the realization possible? Only and only education made her realize, gave her self-worth and self-respect. So she was determined not to allow her life to be spoiled by getting married to such a greedy man. And discrimination against the girl child, that has been highlighted throughout the story till the end, right? So with that, guys, character sketch is our next topic. The first character is Bholi. Bholi initially was a simpleton. Definitely you have to also mention of her accidents. She fell off from the bed, and then she had this smallpox attack of smallpox, right? And then finally, what led to her transformation? She went to the school, and the way the teacher encouraged her, okay, and which was quite different from the family members, right? So teachers encouragement, which was very different from the family members, who discouraged her always and who made her underconfident and timid, okay. And finally, this was the result, okay. She refused to marry a greedy and mean man. How? Only and only with the help of education. So education kind of reformed, sorry, not reformed, I should say transformed Bholi's life, and of course made it better. Decided to serve old parents and teach in the same school. So she is here being responsible, and also responsible, bold, and having that self-respect and standing up on her own feet, that is independent. Clear? So at the end, she was also termed as she becomes, so she from Bholi to Sulekha. Okay, so education made her transform. How? So from Bholi, her transformation was possible, and she finally became Sulekha, meaning Sulekha, that means dealing with letters, beautiful letters, right? So she became intelligent. She received education. She understood her rights. She stood up for her own rights, despite the fact that the entire society was against her. And of course, who was in favor of her? The real people are always in favor of us, just like the teacher. So teacher played a very important role in her life, right? So education led to the transformation and made Bholi turn into Sulekha at the end of the chapter. Okay? Next is her father Ramlal. Definitely he was having a very conservative outlook. First of all, he's a typical father, worried about Bholi, and he was so worried about Bholi's lack of intelligence and lack of looks that he overlooked even Vishambar's age and limb, right? And he suffered from a false sense of honor, and that is exactly the reason why he failed to even support her at the end of the story when Bholi stood up for herself. Okay, rather he was worried that who is going to marry Bholi now, right? So that is definitely proving his false sense of honor, because he was forcing Bholi to get married to Bhishambar, who was not just old and limp but also was greedy, right? It is only and only to save his false sense of honor, right? So he is a typical, conservative man. Okay, so I hope you have understood the two points, the character sketch as well as the theme. Now, guys, if you want to join us and gain 100% knowledge and 100% marks, you can join us and click on the link below, okay, in the description box and pin comment. You can avail unlimited live classes with fun and high level quizzes. You can compete with the students throughout the world. You will get replays and live quizzes and leaderboards, right? So you can also download the notes, because notes is one of your major problems, right? Notes, ma'am, we don't have proper notes. How are we going to clarify the concept? How to make notes? So these are some of the major issues that the students face. So we have come up with a solution in our platform, guys. You can download the content with handwritten notes of the master teachers. Along with that, you can also solve your doubts. We have a special team of class teacher who is going to solve all the doubts that you have in the class live with quality test and assignment. So assignment after each and every session. We also take tests, right? And we give you the performance report of that test, which helps you in analyzing where you stand. You can have 5,000 plus micro courses and free crash courses for competitive exams, that too in less price, right? So just click on the link in the description box and pin comment. Use the coupon code SWREPRO. Right, guys, so here we do the Tabahi math. So SWREPRO will give you this at 2159 for 1 month, 5599 instead of 7000 for 3 months. So you can avail these super discount, guys, and you can have this goes down to 11 rupees per class for a month and 9 rupees per class for 3 months, and that is even lesser than a packet of Lays. Yes, so here you go. This is the link. This is the coupon code. Question and answers. Now I want the answers from your end. So please keep posting your answers in the chat box. This is an extract based question, guys. She remembered how a few days ago their old cow Lakshmi had turned out of the house and sold. No, she shouted in terror and pulled her hand away from her father's grip. So you remember this context, how, her old cow had been. So she was, at this point, she was, about to go to the school. So she thought that she is of no use. Therefore, she is going to be sold just as her cow had been turned out of the house. So she did not actually understand that she is going to a better place, right? So question is, why did Bholi shout in terror? She thought that her father was going to marry her off, that her father was turning her out of her house, her father was sending her off to another village, or none of the above. Come on, in the chat box, answers please. Okay, so keep typing your answers, and before I show you the answer, I have an announcement for you to make, guys. You can be a part of the transformation. Vedantu is launching Target IIT 2021 to 23 course. You can start early, start preparing early with Vedantu from 21st of December 2020 to 23rd of January 2021, Monday, Thursday and Saturday. This is the registration link, guys. Hurry up and get yourself registered right now. So guys, the answer is definitely because her father was turning her out of the house. That is what she thought. Moving ahead. Why did she remember Lakshmi? Because she had also been turned out of the house. Because she had been turned out of the house. Okay, few days back. 1 minute. Sorry. She remembered her friend Lakshmi because she had also been turned out of her house a few days back. She remembered her cow Lakshmi because she had also been turned out of the house a few days ago. She remembered her cow Lakshmi because Bholi loved that cow very much. None of the above. So which is the correct one? Answers in the chat box. Okay, yes. She remembered her cow Lakshmi because Lakshmi had also been turned out of the house a few days ago. This is the correct answer. Moving ahead. What is the antonym of forgotten? Antonym, remember, is opposite. Please don't get confused between antonym and synonym. Synonym means the word having the same meaning, and antonym means just the opposite of it. Forgotten, antonym, remembered, ago, terror, none. Very, very, very simple. Yes, it is remembered. Very, very simple. So, how many of you have got all of your answers correct? Quickly give me a high five in the chat box. Next, we will come to subjective questions and answer I want from your end. Okay? What kind of mother was Ramlal's wife? Very, very simple. Chalo, give me the answers, guys, in the chat box. Ramlal's wife was a traditional housewife who believed that daughters should not be educated as it would be difficult to find husbands for them. She neglected looking after her Bholi because she was a slow learner, right? So she was definitely a traditional housewife. She was also very unsympathetic, okay? She was unsympathetic. She, discriminated. Okay, discriminated between the boys and the girls, right? The girls were not allowed to receive education, right? Because she thought that, she would not be able to find husbands. Okay, fine. Next is, in what way did the village change over time? Very, very, very important question. As I began with the theme, I told you that transformation of the village is also an important theme in the lesson, right? So let me tell you the answer. The village changed into a small town over a period of time. The primary school had become a high school. The village had a cinema and cotton grinding mill. A mail train also stopped at a village railway station. So these were the changes that had taken place in the village. So yes, transformation wave coming in the village. Okay? Bholi is a child different from others. This difference makes her an object of neglect and laughter. Elaborate. So how is she different from others, and how does that, make her an object of neglect and laughter? This is actually the reason of her being underconfident and timid. Okay, because she was always neglected by her family. And when we studied about the theme, we also said that, family plays a very important role in bringing up the child and, instilling confidence in the child, right? Which Bholi did not, unfortunately, have, right? So let me see what are your answers? So society does not tolerate difference very easily. Bholi is not like others. She is slow for her age. Right? So society does not tolerate difference. Why? Because they always have set norms. The girls should be like this, the boys should be like this. This is the stereotypical attitude. So society always believe in stereotypes. Girls should wear pink, boys should wear blue. That is the kind of stereotype, right? So girls should, there are many stereotypes that we have in the society. Let's not go into that. So here also, Bholi was very different. She is slow for her age and she also stammers. So that was because of her accident that she suffered. But she never was encouraged to, stand up and, be confident, be bold. Okay. She had to suffer a lot because of her ugly looks, because of the pock marks, right? Her parents did not even take proper care. They did not even take care of grooming Bholi up. She's ignored and neglected. She's only treated as a burden because she is neither having looks nor the intelligence. Who is going to marry her off? But if you actually motivate her, encourage her. So see, if the teacher, how she motivated, how she encouraged her, and that resulted in complete transformation of Bholi from Bholi to Sulekha, right? So people laugh at her. Children also imitate her when she speaks. So she remains silent. So if somebody is constantly, making fun of any activity that you are doing, would you be doing that activity anymore? No, right? You're always, you're always afraid that what if, I am made fun of. So Bholi, whenever she used to speak, rather than making fun of her, they should have encouraged her to speak just like the teacher did. Then she would have, not faced this much of difficulty, right? So she had lost her confidence and self-esteem. So society must realize that people are different. One child is much different from the other. Everybody is not going to be having the same, society has a set standard for beauty also, right? So it is, what is beautiful, it's not just the outward beauty that matters. Beauty, inner worth, inner intelligence is of much greater importance, right? They must be treated with the same love. If somebody is not that stereotypically beautiful, then it is not that, he or she is not deserving this love, the care, right? So they should also be respected and loved. So that was all, guys, and this is the homework question that I want all of you to answer in the comment section. Why do you think Bholi is called Sulekha at the end of the story? So I kind of gave you hints regarding the same question throughout the session when I was explaining. So if you were attentive enough, you will be able to answer this question at the end of the, in the comment section. So please do that, guys. And thank you so much for watching. Please do visit the link in the description box and use the coupon code as WREPRO. And also do hit the like button, share the video amongst your friends, and please subscribe to the channel if you still haven't. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.